I've got some graphics for you, courtesy of Exclusive Ace. And here's a note, and this is going to be important. 250 health in Warzone is full armor and full health. So that's the max amount of health you can have in Warzone. Max damage. Pre-patch, Pila did 135. Post-patch, 250. So before this patch, the Pila could not one-shot you if you were full health. Now it can, because once again, full health, full armor is 250 damage. Strela, 135 to 250. Same thing here. It used to not be able to one-shot you, now it can. Joker is at 300 before, and it's still at 300, but the Joker is very difficult to get hit by in Warzone. And lastly, our favorite launcher here at the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, the RPG. Now, before the patch, the most damage you could possibly do was 150. So in other words, if you were at full health before this May 18th patch, and you took an RPG shot right at your feet, you wouldn't get downed in one rocket. Guess what it does now? Guess what the max damage potential of the RPG is now? Tanner, can you read out that post-patch value to us?
The post-patch value of the RPG, 250 max damage.
Wow, what a fucking nerf. What a nerf. What a nerf that is. The RPG used to not be able to one-tap you in your full health, and now it can. Bravo, Infinity Ward. Bravo, you fucking retard, incompetent pieces of fucking garbage. How dare you writing your patch notes? Oh, we nerfed the RPG. We tuned down its damage. It used to be able to not one-shot you. Now it can. It's nerfed. What the fuck is going on here? How is this possible? How is this possible? So let me send it to you, Tanner, before I have an aneurysm. Why do you think this happened? Do you think, did they put a number in wrong to their code? Did they want to fucking troll us? What is the impetus for saying you nerfed the RPG, which is a huge problem in Warzone, by the way, but actually buffing it?
It's almost like the people putting out the patch notes don't work for the same company as the people coding the game, but they do work for the same company. They do. I could understand little errors happening if it was an Activision person putting out patch notes for Infinity Ward shit, but it doesn't make any sense. They all work for the same company. How does... Dude, plus 100 max damage? Plus 100 max damage.
It's laughably
and they're telling us
absurd.
they nerfed it.
Dude, it is laughably absurd. This is so outrageous that it's actually funny to me. Like, how many people have been complaining about RPGs? And then they say, hey guys, we hear you. We're gonna fix the problem. Buff it so now it can one-tap you. Fuck you, Infinity Ward. Fuck you. It's hard for me to believe that they're not trolling. It's honestly hard for me to believe, that they're not trolling. Like, this is so outrageous. It's so outrageous. And they should know by now that they're not just going to get away with this. Like, no one's going to notice. Like, oh, I've never been one-shot by an RPG before. That's fucking weird. Didn't they say they nerfed this thing? Like, no one's going to notice. They brag about having 60 million players, and then they expect to put out this shit patch, this lie, and get away with it. What an outrage. What an outrage. Go ahead.
Dude, the thing is, too, is Ace is the one that leaks all this shit, and Ace has conversations with the devs on Twitter. They know what his videos are about.
Yeah,
They've undoubtedly watched some of his videos before. They know he's going to uncover this stuff. I find it hard to believe they're doing this on purpose. I don't know. I think it's just total incompetence, dude.
In all seriousness, it is absolutely total incompetence. Someone fucked up, and the RPG is now buffed. It's now better. So if you're not running EOD as your blue perk in Warzone, you should start, because RPGs are going to be even more rampant now. Guess what didn't change with the RPG, by the way? Guess what was not a part of the supposed nerf? Reload speed, exactly the same, fast as shit, especially with the amped perk, by the way, which most people use anyway, just so they can switch between weapons more quickly. Guess what else wasn't nerfed? Max number of launcher ammo you can hold wasn't touched at all. So the only nerf, the only actual nerf, was the max damage radius got decreased by 1 meter. Everything else is better. Completely outrageous. And it's not even about the RPG itself. It is about that, because it's a huge problem in Warzone. It takes no skill, and it's completely anti-fun to have something be so good and also require so little skill. It's a fucking AoE rocket. Of course that's anti-fun. But also, it is the principle of consistently, reliably fucking up your patch notes every single time. Here's my challenge to you. I'll give anyone listening $50 if they can fucking link to me a set of patch notes that were not either wrong or missing something that actually changed with those notes. Because I genuinely, in all seriousness, do not think such patch notes actually exist. Now I'm rescinding that offer, because if someone actually sends one to me, I'm not going to be able to, or not going to go through what the stealth changes were at that time. So I'm not giving anyone $50, actually. I was being hyperbolic. But I can't remember the last time there was a patch that was complete notes with no inaccuracies, that didn't leave anything out, and didn't add in anything that they didn't actually add in. Can you? I mean, when's the last time? I literally can't think of a single instance ever. It's
I have
such
a question
fucking
for you
joke.
regarding this RPG.
Okay.
Let's say they ended up decreasing the total number, or the total ammo count for the RPG, which maybe that's coming. Would you take the pre-patch RPG, say you can hold 7 or 8 RPGs at 150 max damage, or would you take the post-patch 250 max damage, only being able to hold, say, 3 or 4 RPGs, rockets?
Pre-patch?
To me, it's, you would take really?
Yeah, because 3 or 4 is
Really?
still a lot. And especially in like, think about squads. Everyone has some launcher ammo. So even if you can only hold 3 or 4, you know, it's still going to be, you're still always going to have enough rockets for a single fight. And then when the fight's over and you're out of your 3 rockets as the designated rocket man burning down the streets out here alone, that's Elton John for the boomers that are listening.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are, actually, which I appreciate. We have appeal across the age. We have cross-generational appeal, evidently. I've seen the analytics. But yeah, no, I think being able to one-shot with a fucking rocket is outrageous. And it went from being only the Joker could do that, which is totally unreasonable to expect that to hit, to now all of them can do it. That is crazy. So I'm hoping that this gets reverted. I'm really praying that this gets changed back. Do you think it actually does get changed back, Tanner?
I don't think it'll be changed back. Like I was just kind of saying, I think eventually, I don't know when, the total ammo count will be dropped. But like you said, it really doesn't matter if you're running squads. If you're playing solos or duos, maybe it may make a difference. But
yes, agreed.
Duos confirmed coming season 4, by the way. Just kidding. Wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll just lower the ammo count eventually.
I really hope so.